collectible giveaway at Big Card Flip. Wanted to make a quick video about my strategy for collecting collectibles, comics, and sports cards, baseball, football, whatever card is it, also Marvel cards, and my strategy for collecting and for flipping. Now, if you've watched my channel for any amount of time, you know that I'm a longtime collector who took a break for a number of years, and then is recently, a few months ago, back into the hobby. And this time I'm actually incorporating trying to flip cards. And this is what I've learned. Everyone is different, right? But for me, I have a difficult time selling cards. Right now I have an Anthony Davis red hot rookie card. Oh my gosh, it's killing me that I just put it up for sale. Well, not just, a couple of weeks ago. The Lakers surprisingly were eliminated, so it's probably not going to sell. And I'm actually happy about that. I only bought one of the cards, one version of the card. It's killing me. I have other cards that I've purchased to sell, and I'm having a difficult time posting them. So through just going through and consuming content from a lot of other YouTubers, I watched Neo, Northeast Ohio, and he speaks about a strategy that is actually, pretty smart, is buy multiples. And I agree with it. Now, and he says, oh, buy multiple of a card and then stagger selling them. So that way, if you want to hold on to a card longer term to see what happens, if it takes a dip or if it increases in value, you still have a version of the card. Now, my strategy is pretty much the same. I'm going to do just that. Like right here, I want to show I've got multiple Shaq rookie cards. Now, this is not his traditional rookie card. This is his Stadium Club. So, I picked up 5 of these. I've got a few Derek Jeter rookie cards. Now, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to, and again, I don't have a large bankroll. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at, let's just say, basketball season is about to start, hypothetically saying. I'm going to go ahead and look to see all of the players that I want to collect. I'm not going to look at flipping or money or what, who do I want to keep? So I'm going to have that list, and I'm going to say, okay, from this list, who can I afford to buy 5 or 6 copies of his card? 5 or 6. That's my goal. I want to do 5 or 6, preferably 6. And so obviously, if a card is $1,000, I can't afford it. So I'm going to see, all right, well, that chops down a large portion of the list that I have. Who's left? All right, I have, let's just say I have 3 players left that I can afford 5 versions of this card. It's because my strategy for the flipping was, oh, I like him, I like that guy, I like that player, and I bought one of all of them. Maybe at times I bought 2, Joe Burrow was the only one I bought, I think, 3 of his. And I bought like one of everybody that I liked. I don't think it's a good strategy. Well, my mentality was, well, if this one guy gets hurt, then I have, different cards of different players. But I see it doesn't fit with my personality. My personality is, oh my God, this is the only one I have of this player, so I want to keep it. So that is the problem, right? So you need to know who you are. Are you a collector, or are you a flipper? What are you trying to do? I'm a collector. Through all these years, I've been a collector, and now I have proof. It's just not in me to be that flipper, to buy one of a card and then flip it. It's just, it literally eggs me. So what I'm going to do is that. So I'm going to go and see who can I afford. Now, if the day comes that I could afford 2 players, 5 or 6 versions of the rookie card, by all means, I'll get 2 players. But for right now, budget is low. I'm going to do 1 player. If it's a card that's only $20, then it's a card that's only $20. I'll buy 5 or 6 of them. And so my strategy is I'm going to buy those 5 or 6. I'm going to send them in to get graded. as long as they look in, in good condition, obviously. Maybe I won't send all of them in, but maybe I'll send the top 3 looking ones to get graded, maybe 4, something like that. And so I'll take those, and then I'm gonna sell those. And you see, I'm not so much of, I need to keep the 10, but if it grades a 10, I'm okay with keeping an 8 and selling the 10. Absolutely, I'm okay with that. So that's going to be my strategy. I'm going to try to sell off those other cards, and then keep a nice graded 8 for my PC. And that's what I'm going to do from now on. I have all these singles that I've bought to flip of all these different players, and obviously I'm going to move those because at the end of the day, I need that cash flow to come back in. Unfortunately, it's gonna egg me that I lose having that card. So like that Anthony Davis, I have to move it, So but next time, what I'm gonna do is, like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and buy several of them. We'll see how it goes. But that is gonna be my strategy. So my strategy is to try to, as I mentioned, I'm gonna try to keep 6, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna, as soon as I get them, I'm going to mark them up to 25%. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to just put them up right away. If it goes up, if I buy it in the off season in a time where it's dipped, that's obviously my strategy. I'm going to, keep track of when the market is up and down. I'm going to go buy my 5 or 6. Oh, and that's another thing. Instead of me just buying select, or I pretty much I was just buying Prism or Select. I'm going to buy Prism. I'm sorry. I'm going to buy, because I just don't enjoy the Prism product. That's just me. So I'm going to buy what I enjoy, which is Select. The higher the level, the better. Field level, preferably. And then if I can get some color, if I can get silver, that'd be fantastic. It all depends on the player. So I'll get maybe 1 or 2 of those. I'll get some optic rated rookies, some optic hollows, something with color, pink, blue, whatever. So, whatever I can afford. So the 5 or 6 cards may not be exactly the same card, but they're going to be 5 of the player, and any of those cards I'm willing to keep. So, so it's not going to be the 5 exact cards. So that is going to be my strategy. And at the end of the day, I'm going to see what has jumped up most in price, and move those, or the first 4 or 5 that sell. That's it. Those are sold, and then I'll keep that last one that did not sell. So that's going to be my strategy. And then so that's going to be able to enable me to keep a card. And since I like the optic and I like the select, especially field level, so I'm going to be buying things that I'm willing to keep. And as long as I have one rookie card of that particular player, that keeps me content, and my my mental state will be cool. So as a collector, that's going to be my strategy, and that way I'll be able to have the hobby support my hobby. So that way I'm not reinvesting my own money into it. So I'll go and I'll buy those 5 cards. I'll mark them up 25%. That's 125%, something like that. So if I can do that, I can sell those cards. I still make a profit. And if I still make a profit, and I get to keep that 6th card. So that if I mark it up 25%, so look, right, 25 is the first. I make profit on the first one, 25%. Second one, 50%, 75%. Fourth one, 100%. And then, so now I'm sold 4, and that 100% will pay for that 6th one that I have. That's going to just, for the sake, obviously going to be different prices, but just to keep everything simple, I'm going to keep the one that sells the, last. And then, so that's going to be my mentality. And so that 4 are going to sell, are going to pay for my 6th one. And then my profit will be when I sell the 5th one. So that's my strategy. So that way I still make a little, I should be able to make a little bit of money and keep a card. So that's it. Focus on one player. If I can get whoever I can get multiple of, and affordably for me. And my goal is going to be six. Buy six of that player. And obviously I'm going to keep everyone up to date with that strategy. But that is the latest and greatest on what I am changing about my collecting. And everybody knows I love to collect cards and comics. And the same thing, I'm going to do the same thing with comics. Comics is difficult because they're expensive, but I just bought six. This is the first time I'm doing it. I just bought six of issues of issue number 1 of Interview with the Vampire. Love the book. Love the book. I read the book many years ago, and the real book. And then now I've got six versions of issue number 1, and I'm going to go ahead and send them all to get graded, and I'll make a video on that. So, all right. So let me know in the comment section, what strategy are you using? Do you think that this is a good strategy for you as a collector, or are you just a straight up flipper? You just want to buy one and just flip it? Let me know what is your strategy and what works well for you. Obviously, I've tried this strategy. If you guys have watched the channel, I've been posting videos of pretty much, what I buy and stuff, and it's just not working for me. It's just not. It's just I drag my feet to post things for sale, straight up, because I want to keep it. All right. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know in the comment section. Please, I want feedback.